Hi, I'm John Ford. I'm the co-founder and co-creator of youHQ. So to start with, to log in, you will have received an email from info@lifeontime.co.uk to your inbox, and it will have a school ID, and it will have an email address that it's gone to, and it will also have your password. So that's what you need to fill into these details, into these boxes here, and you can log in. You can click the Remember Me, and that will save the details if you've got a private device. Once you're logged in, you will get the intro genie pop up, and this explains to you what youHQ is all about. There will be mood and wellbeing surveys popping up from time to time when you log in. These are not tests, these are just opportunities for you to be able to share how you're feeling with your tutors. Remember, this is your safe space to be able to share how you're feeling with your tutors, potentially if you're not confident enough to get up and chat to them. So, when you launch the surveys, this is what one of the mood surveys will look like, and this will pop up every time you log into the platform, and it gives you the opportunity to let your tutors know, and also for you to record how you're feeling. So you can either record from I feel awful to I don't feel great, I feel okay, I feel pretty good, and I feel brilliant. On any of these, if you click on them, it gives you the opportunity to write down maybe why you're feeling that way. If you click on I feel awful, this will also send an alert to your teacher, so they will check in with you. When you click on any of these and you write something in, this will go onto your mood graph, which I'll show you later. So once you've filled in the surveys, we can then jump into some really interesting goal setting activities which can help you become the person you want to be and help you achieve the things you want to achieve. So we have values-based goal setting built into youHQ. Values-based goal setting is a tool for you to be able to start thinking and cultivating the type of characteristics of who you want to be. And we've got some really good examples here of what values mean and what type of characteristics you can start thinking about. Compassion, health, courage, gratitude are all examples. And we have this really cool widget where you can start playing around and thinking about the type of characteristics you want to start to cultivate in your life and the type of characteristics you want to sort of show to the people around you. So I'm going to pick mine here to give you some examples. So currently mine are persistence. Persistence is a really good value, never giving up. I also going to go with family. My family is really important to me. I'm going to go with compassion. Need to keep working on that. Health is really important. So you normally have 3 to 5. I'm going to go with 4 for the time being. You can also type your own in here. So have a play around, have a think about the type of things that are really important to you. We can then start associating those values to goals. So values act as a compass to help us live like the person we want to live, but goals can be aligned to these values to help us stay on track. So although you can never complete your values, goals are completable actions to help you live a rich and fulfilling life. So we're going to give you some examples here to just hopefully make a little bit more sense to you. So at the top here, we've got our values. So these are example values of compassion, health, courage, and gratitude. And we've got some really simple goals that you could set, which would help you live your life along these values timelines. So we have make a cup of tea for compassion, run 5k for being healthy. Courage could be making a new friend at school, and gratitude could be saying thank you maybe more often to your parents or people around you. Science has done lots of research on goal setting, and they've come up with this amazing, quite well-established anagram called SMART. So we want to make our goals SMART. And what SMART stands for is S is for specific, M is for measurable, A is for achievable, R is for being relevant, and T is for time bound. So how can we put that into context for some goals? So we've done an example here of maybe if you wanted to start running 5k. So you don't run at all at the moment and you want to try and run 5k. So that is a specific goal because you've actually put a measurement on it of 5k. So opposite to something that isn't specific is if you just said I wanted to start running. That wouldn't be specific enough. So let's try and make our goals really specific to a particular target that we're aiming for. M is for measurable. So is that goal measurable? Can you measure whether you've achieved it or not? So within this context of running, we've put a time frame if I want to try and run 5k, but I want to do it under 25 minutes. So that is measurable. We also need to make sure they're achievable. Now this is a really challenging one because how do you know if something's achievable or not? So if you look at research, or you can Google it, or you can do anything to find out whether something's achievable, but in this context of running 5k, it is achievable for most people. So yes, you can run it, and you should be able to run it in under 30 minutes after some practice. When we are looking at the achievable part of the SMART goal setting anagram, is sometimes it's really good to talk to people about this, because, for example, if you said to your teacher, I want to become an astronaut, that potentially is an achievable goal. So we don't want to stop you dreaming about something you really want to achieve. But we do need to also be realistic. So is it something that you're going to spend your whole life doing? So when we look at this, it's sometimes very good to talk to teachers, talk to your parents to work out whether you think it's an achievable goal. We go on to R, so relevant. Is it a relevant goal? So is it something that is relevant to your life? Is it relevant to your values? Is it something that you think is good for you and it's good for sort of the rest of the things that you do in your life? And then the final one is T for time bound. So we just want to try and make sure that we put a time of when you want to try and achieve that goal for. So within this context of running 5k, if you've never run before, you probably could get up to 5k within 6 weeks. So yeah, make your goals SMART. Moving on from there, the platform allows you to actually put these goals in there. So I'm actually going to carry on with that run 5k scenario, and you can put a description in, so it might be running around the block, and I'm going to try and link that to my values. So as you can see, there's a really clear link with my value here, so health, and probably persistence as well. So this is going to help me cultivate that health value that I really want to try and work on. And then you can select that time bound, that time frame. I'm going to try and do that by the end of the month, and then you can click next. Now we get to the point where you can actually put this into one of your life domain areas. So you can split your life into lots of different areas. We've got health and well-being, connection and ambition on here. Your school may have something slightly different, but I'm going to stick that goal within that health and well-being because it's a health and well-being goal. You can now break your goal down into bite-sized actions. So it's really important. So if you set a goal, to be able to then break that down into smaller bite-sized chunks to make it seem a little bit easier. So for example, running 5k, you might want to do that within, say, 4 to 5 weeks. But what would be the first thing that you can do? So you can make an action here. And the first thing for me would be to try and run 1k. And I'm going to try and do that by maybe the end of the week. So we can break our goals down into bite-sized actions, which make it far more manageable. Once you're through the intro genie, and when you log in and you've done the surveys, this is what you'll see. So you will see our dashboard. And on the dashboard, you'll be able to see, it's completely personal to you. You can create your own avatar. You can do this once you have created a goal. You can do lots of cool things on there. You can also update your values. Values evolve over time. So yeah, not a problem if you start to think, actually, I want to change my values. You can do that here. Also, you can review your mood, so you can actually start looking at your mood graph. Really important to start understanding why you feel a certain way, and it can also help you. So if you're feeling low at a particular point, you might want to look at your graph and see what makes you happier. So yeah, we can do that here, and you can just hover over when you've entered something in your mood emojis. It will come up with the text there for you. We've also got lots of really good resources to help you not only hit your goals, but help you with anxiety or any other type of issue that you might have. If you have a look, go onto the See All Resources page, you can type in search, and there's mindfulness downloads, stuff on managing pressure. So yeah, really recommend you have a look through the resources section. Your goals are all here, so you can look at your goals here, and you can go into your goals section and you can tick them off as you go along. When you tick them off, you will get asked to fill in, you'll be able to get asked to upload evidence to show that you've completed your goal, and this will go directly to your teacher. So to be awarded gold for completing a goal, you need to do this and your teacher needs to approve it. Once they've approved it, it will show in your achievements tab, and this is where all your gold's stored, and you can see how much gold you've received for the goals, actions and self-reflections that you've done, and you can get a detailed breakdown here of what you've done. At the moment, there is nothing you can do. You can't spend that gold, but we are working on that, and hopefully your school can reward you for the amount of gold you receive. If you really struggle with goals, and goal setting can be a struggle to start with, you can just come up with some ideas. So goals all start from ideas, so you can create new ideas here. It could be fly to the moon, it can be anything. There's no such thing as a bad idea, and you can make some notes about that. And then when you've actually come up with some ideas that maybe you think could be a goal or something you really want to achieve, you can then turn it into a goal here. And then I'm just going to show you the calendar. So you've got a calendar here, so you can see your goals on there. And also, one final thing I want to show you is the support page. So if you are struggling and you want to send a message to your tutor, you can do that here, and it will go directly to your tutor and some of your pastoral team. And you'll also have some self-help numbers here, or if it's an emergency, there'll be some details here for you to click on. Please note though, however, these messages will only be monitored by your tutors during work hours. So that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoy using youHQ, and if you have any questions at all, please ask your tutor or send us a message.